Now many Western world countries, including Australia, have adopted a Magnitsky-style act that prevents these human rights abusers from running away from when communism collapses and enjoying the good life in the free world. They can now be arrested on arrival in this country and their assets seized. The whole world has had enough of minority groups in China being persecuted by the party. Even top Communist Party officials have no confidence in the future of communism, and they know it's not sustainable anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, these are significant events, so don't be fooled by appearances. We're about to witness the end of communism in our world forever.
The 390 million Chinese people make that decision to exit the Chinese Communist Party. And they're doing it in quite a public fashion. Given that the Chinese Communist Party is absolutely and utterly ruthless in how they crack down on dissidents, how they retaliate to protests, this is no mean feat. They put their lives in danger signing a pledge saying that they no longer wish to be part of this murderous regime, that they no longer wish to actually be considered part of the Chinese Communist Party. And we can only hope that another 390 million Chinese people do it, because the biggest victims of the Chinese Communist Party are Chinese people themselves. And along with them, the people of Tibet, along with them, the people of Taiwan, along with them, the people of Hong Kong, along with them, the Uyghurs, along with them, Chinese Christians, along with them, Falun Dafa. So many atrocities committed against all of these groups for one reason, and that is they do not tolerate what the Chinese Communist Party does and what it stands for.
I'm very surprised that we got up to 2 billion signatures in the whole world asking people to quit CCP. And up to 400 million people already quit CCP in China. I think that we should congratulate ourselves, because that is a big achievement, big achievement. I think that the people now realize that how bad and how dangerous is the communism. President Yeltsin, he said communism can't correct it, can't fix it. We got to destroy it. We got to throw it away. Angela Merkel of Germany, what she said? Communism make people become liars, train people to be liars. I must say that now, just look at something just happened now. During the last 2 years, 505 million people died because of COVID in the whole world. 5 billion people died because of COVID. In the last 2 years, what China say, what the CCP say, it's only 4,636 people die in China. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? No, we can't believe it. Because recently, Mr. John Calhoun is the director of the Quantitative Finance Program of Stevens Institute of Technology. He found out up to 1.7 billion people die in China. 1.7 billion. That means the number is at the moment 366 times of the number that the CCP declared. CCP said only 4,636, but now it is reported up to 1.7 billion people. So you can see that communism, they train people to become liars, and that is the most deceitful doctrine of the whole world.
As a fellow Hong Konger, I've witnessed how the Chinese Communist Party suppressed freedom in Hong Kong. The Chinese Communist Party broke its promise in the Sino-British Joint Declaration. It has been invading our land, destroying our rule of law, and silencing any opposing voices. Pro-democracy news agencies such as Apple Daily, and the Stand News have been forced to disband under the national security law. We have lost hope in our government and in the future of Hong Kong under the Chinese Communist Party. We have all seen what our government or the Chinese Communist Party is capable of doing to suppress opposing voices. Hong Kong is no longer a safe place to go to, which was used to be a safe haven for refugees from Vietnam and other countries.
And I could not be more excited and happy to learn that more than 390 million Chinese have quit directly or indirectly from the Communist Party of China. We need to bring it down to the zero as the members of the Communist Party of China. 2 million people have worldwide signed to end the Communist Party as a member, as a party in China. I, as a Tibetan, son of the former political prisoner, and a direct victim of the Chinese Communist Party's actions, their policies, can clearly tell you not just a story, but the real life happenings inside Tibet. What have they done to the Tibetans since they came to Tibet? What have they done to the Chinese people, to the Falun Gong people, to the people of faith? The Communist Party of China always interferes in the minds of the people, in the freedom mindsets of the people, and they have proved to the world in the last 70 years how many people they have killed. They have directly killed millions of Chinese people. They have directly killed millions of Tibetans. They have directly killed hundreds of Hong Kong people as recent as 2018 and 19. And we are all witness to this. And we, as a Tibetan, as a minority, we have just 6 million. But our voice are heard everywhere. It is not because the Tibetans have made a lot of noise. It is because you have also made a noise. It is because the Falun Gong people have also made the noise heard in the world. It is because the Chinese people have also made their voice heard in this world. It is because the Hong Kong people are also rising against the Communist Party of China. Communist Party of China is the only political party in the world that has an enemy inside their country. No political parties around the world has an enemy inside the party. You may have a defection, you may have opponents, but to say that we are the enemy, actually the Communist Party of China is the enemy of the people who love peace. Do you believe us or do you believe the Communist Party of China? That's the big question. A lot of Chinese people have suffered. Therefore, we always say that whenever we tell our side of the story, we have in our mind, we have in our heart the Chinese people, 1 billion Chinese people, and particularly the Falun Gong people. We know how you have suffered, still committing violence against the Chinese people, violence against the Tibetan people, violence against the Hong Kong people and other minorities. So here, one time, I celebrate that a lot of Chinese people, millions of Chinese people are quitting the Communist Party of China. And I hope my voice is being heard by the consulate of China here in front of us, that one day the Communist Party of China will be defeated by the people who love for peace, the people who love for non-violence, and the people who love for the freedom. It is the freedom versus Communist Party of China. It is the peace versus freedom of China, peace versus the Communist Party of China. It is the non-violence versus the Communist Party of China. And if you want a peace, if you want a love, if you want freedom, choose us and finish the Communist Party of China.
出生在新中国，长在红旗下，就是一直是受他们那样的教育。那文革一来呢，那小青年说一点批评的话，就抓起来就枪毙，就打成反革命。那么共产党怎么培养出来的年轻人都变成反革命了？这事情很奇怪。那么就对自己来说，就产生一个比较明确的、比较一个清晰的一个想法。那共产党那一套呢，就是根本就是骗人那么后来就是能够到澳洲来，到澳洲来以后呢，就有看报看杂志原来就知道共产党说我们小时候跟我们说的呢，全部是谎言，全部是捏造，那就知道共产党是多么的邪恶。 更不要说从小就经历运动，一次一次运动，这些事情呢根本就不是人做的事情，所以呢就彻底认清共产党。那么现在呢就是要支持法轮功，要戒为共产党的罪行我们就是希望有一天呢，中国真正变成一个人民的中国。